What's up? Just picked up these wheels. They're not the ones that I'm gonna run. They're just enough to get my car off jack stands. That's the goal, just get my car off jack stands for a bit. And maybe even test fitment, you know? Who knows? Depending on how good these go, it gives me a rough idea of the fitment that I want to go for. These are 15 by 10. I know I said I didn't want to run 15. I want to run 16-inch wheels. Not 15 by 10, 15 by 7. I want to run 16-inch wheels, but I wanted to run 15 by 10. And these are clearly not 15 by 10. These are, like I said, 15 by 7. So I'm gonna test fit these and see how they look, how they mount, if the fitment is good. I am gonna run over fenders, well done fenders. So if the fitment is good now, I will run at least 1 to 2 inches wider rims, wider wheels. So I was looking at 16 by 9 in the front, 16 by 10 in the back, which is really aggressive. But I'm looking at how the wheel fitment looks now on the front, and 15 by 7 is already sitting pretty flush with the car. I think it has like a 4-inch back spacing. I can check the back spacing. So we'll see. Yeah, and I already have fitment issues. The wheel is definitely touching the caliper. Let me see if I can show you guys that a little bit better. The wheel is definitely touching the caliper here, and that won't work. These are 195, 65, 15. Honestly, it looks kind of cool. You get a different view here. It looks kind of cool. Overall size. Let me get the fender in there. I was planning on running 225/50 or like 235/50, around there. This is a 65, so it might be too tall. But I'm gonna have to get some spacers so that I can move the car around and not damage these beautiful calipers. So what I'm gonna do is mount these calipers onto this so that I can kind of check the fitment with the wheels. Because if I'm touching this, then I definitely want to get a spacer for the back as well. And I mean, I think regardless, I am going to get some spacers for the back so that I can properly check sizing in terms of how wide I want the wheels to be. So I'm just going to mount these on right now, and I can already tell that I might have some fitment issues. Oh, like I said, fitment issues in the back as well. These issues just never stop, guys. Millimeters. This back spacing, the wheels are already kind of out, so I'll have to take measurements of that and see how wide, because I want them to be like really wide. So I'm gonna need the back spacing, the back spacing to be a little bit longer so the wheels can go inwards a little bit more, because this is already like probably 1 inch outwards. And let me show you. Look at that. That's pretty far out already. But yeah, that's pretty far out. So we'll have to check that out. Alright, I just came to Best Buy again, returned the old tripod, got a new one. I think this one's gonna work. I didn't read the description on the old one that I got, so apologies for that. I got one with a max weight capacity of 1.1 pounds. So I swapped it over to another one that has a 6-pound weight limit. So that should work a lot better. I got this Joby 3K something tripod, smart tripod, which is still similar to the other one that I bought, but it just holds a little bit more weight. And I had to swap over to my iPhone because I didn't want to bring my camera over to Best Buy in the vlog. But we headed back home now. It's about 91 degrees right now in Chicago. Pretty cool weather, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, better tripod. Got the mic. I think we good to go, fam. I think we are good to go. Low key, I've been wanting a motorcycle. Comment down below if you think I should get one. This is much more like it. It's not falling over. This is perfect. All right, new tripod and new.
It ain't got no gas in it.
New tripod and new lens. It's kind of windy right now, but hopefully this quality is a lot better. I like the feel of this tripod. I can move it around. It's not heavy with the new lens. It's perfect. I think it's perfect to start recording and vlogging a little bit more. So I am going to cut part of the tires on this because when I bought them, that's how they were, and I don't like them. So I'm gonna cut this so that I can have just a clean wheel all around. And then I think I might build myself an extra set of rollers or whatever, I don't know what they're called, just so I can put in the front and then be able to move the car around just a little bit more. I do have the ABS delete adapter that I bought online a few days ago, so I'll probably mount that on today as well. Just give it a nice little grind, paint it black with the chassis black paint that I painted the axle with. And oh, actually, you know what, I can't do it because, well, I can, but I gotta get new bolts for the diff cover, and I think I am gonna get a different diff cover, a better one, a nicer one. So that will probably have to wait, but I could still probably mount that up and just put the old nut in there, or yeah, that. But yeah, let's get some work done today. Oh, hold on, I totally forgot to mention, I did get my eagle rods in the mail today, and I'm gonna inspect them later on, and I'll start to buy a lot of the parts that I'm gonna need to rebuild the engine. So all the gaskets, the timing belt components, the pulleys, the water pump, all that stuff, and I need to disassemble the engine so I can check the bore size, and send the head over to get machined, cleaned up, and based on the bore size, get some pistons. I'm thinking CP Carrillo pistons, lower compression. I'm debating between 8.5 or 9.5 compression for the turbo, and I gotta figure out the head gasket thickness so that I can run a proper head gasket, and keep a proper compression ratio, so that I can run a pretty good amount of boost, if you know what I'm saying. So I've seen some videos online where people have been able to do 400 horsepower easy on the beams, and that's what, that's where I'm going. And with the pistons, the eagle rods, the forged eagle rods, the valves and valve springs that I'm gonna get, I'm just gonna be running 400, 450 like easy, like nothing. It's gonna be like a really nice setup. I'm not gonna be pushing the engine to its limits. So I'm excited. All right, I took off the ends of the tires that were stuck on the wheels, and they look a lot better now. I love this. Yep, that's a lot better. Show you the back. I still haven't gotten my front lug nuts, so I'm using some old ones that I found in my garage. You can't even tell what I have there, so it's perfect. Perfect. And then there was just this one wheel that had a tire. So I don't know, maybe I'll take the tire off as well, just so that everything's the same, but TBD. I don't know if you guys can see this, but like I said, these are 15 by 7, and here is how much more I could run. I don't know if you guys can see it. The camera won't focus. There we go. It won't focus, but I could definitely run 15 by 10 without having any issues with rubbing on the inside. And for the front, sorry for that loud ass airplane. For the front, I will definitely be, if I ran the same setup, same offset as this, I would only be able to run a 15 by 8. So if I do a 15 by 9, I have to make sure that the offset is a little bit more negative, so that I can run 15 by 8 by 9 here. And I think that's what I'm gonna do. 16 by 9 all around, and just run a spacer here so that the back wheel pops out a little bit more than the front. So then I'm able to swap the wheels, do a tire rotation every so often, and make sure that everything is up and running correctly. Okay, the car is too slanted, so I don't want the back to just fall off, but considering that the engine is not here, I feel like I might have another inch going downwards with the engine and everything mounted in, and I still have a pretty good amount of adjustability on the coilovers. But honestly, this fitment right here looks pretty solid, and I kind of like it. And again, these are Eagle H-beam rods. They're forged rods. A couple of folks recommended these, and they should be able to support the 450 horsepower that I want, which is good. Let me open one of these up here, right there. But quality on these is, well, I've never touched a rod in my life, so I assume that the quality is good on these. ARP studs. Yeah, I mean, what can I tell you guys? They're forged rods. Alright guys, it took us a while to get the engine mounted, and that's because we had to drop the subframe in order to make this work. And unfortunately, you guys remember when I mentioned that I was going to go back to using the brackets that I'm supposed to run on the motor mounts. Unfortunately, I had more clearance issues. There was a bolt down there that was still touching the steering rack, So I had to go back and put the bigger ones that I had there. Um, it's unfortunate because I got 2 of these. So if you're in need of one, let me know. I can sell it to you. But engine is back in. Yeah, engine's back in. Same setup as before. Honestly, I wanted to change it up, but it won't work. I don't know why it's not working on my car. I guess every car is different. So yeah, same back to square one, I guess. But engine is in. Wheels are in. Steering works. All I gotta do is take this whole thing apart and start to rebuild the motor. I'm probably gonna end up cutting the firewall and the trans tonal so I can get more clearance there. I didn't want to do that, but I'm gonna have to. So yeah, stay tuned for that. I think that's all gonna be. Actually, you know what? I guess it's supposed to be before I rebuild the engine, because then I don't have to worry about messing up or scraping my engine once it's all like nice and clean and all the nice new parts, shiny new parts are in. So I'll start to order all the parts that I need to do the rebuild on the engine. But while I wait for that, I'll most likely start to cut the firewall, cut the trans tunnel, and make something better, something that will fit a little bit better, move the firewall backwards so that I have more clearance. But yeah, sorry I didn't record the rest of the engine mounting process. It took us a bit with the steering rack on. It was harder. It was a lot harder. I think we just resulted in dropping everything down so that the engine could go in. We were having some issues putting it in, but that's what we're gonna have to keep doing. And I don't know, for some reason the engine to me seems like there's a spot that sits, I don't know, it seems to me like it's slanted sideways just a little bit. I don't know if it's the brackets, I don't know if it's a subframe, or I don't know if it's supposed to be like that, but that's how it is. And as much as I try to like kick the engine or move it around as hard as I can to try to make it to fit, it won't budge. So I don't know, I guess I'll just leave it like that for now. I'll do some research to see how or what exactly the level it's supposed to be at, and then work from there. But as it sits now, the engine is kind of slanted upwards, and what else? I mean, it's slanted upwards and is on the side, just slanted a little bit. I don't know. It might be because of the trans frame, subframe. I don't know. But anyways, that's it for this video. I didn't get my rotors in time. They were supposed to get here yesterday, Thursday. It's Friday. I checked and they're delayed, so I'll have to wait till next week to get that done. But hopefully next week I have a lot more work to do, and I can keep you guys updated on the process. So thank you guys for continuing to follow my videos and my updates, and see you guys next time.